Okay. I've got a couple of things I want to talk about. One of them here, I was just making some modifications to my deadlift. As you can see it with this a little bit still with the sun streaming through into the garage. Um, I think I felt like I was trying too hard to keep my hips down, and they tend to rise to kind of a certain point. So I thought, as I set my back, I'm going to intentionally find that hip position before I start to pull, instead of starting to pull and have my hips rise with it. And it felt pretty natural for me. So we'll see how I'm able to continue this going forward. My back is, my upper back is tight, so I feel like I'm getting good lift there. But I'm lifting with my hips a little bit higher, which I think is probably my natural position. It's it's a little bit more of a conventional deadlift style, which I've always suggested that my style is basically conventional mechanics done with my hands inside my legs. And I just do that because otherwise, when I do true conventional, it just feels too cramped in there with my long legs and narrow shoulders. So I think I get about 11 reps here with 215. So I'll probably go up next time. What I wanted to talk about was talking about how what I'm grateful for, and what spurred that in my head was that I don't know. I had commented on some of the YouTube videos. I think it was that Jeff Nippard video talking about his new minimalist training program, and I was like, well, that's great. For people who don't have time to, to spend, an hour, 2 hours, 5 or 6 days a week in the gym. And somebody commented something like, "Oh, hey, I enjoy being, weak and skinny or whatever like that." And I thought, well, yeah, okay. Is that how you define your value? I don't define my value by, how much I can lift, or or how far I can run or anything like that. If you do, I think that makes you a pretty shallow person. So, I was thinking, no, I'm really grateful for the things that I can do. I, I don't lift a huge amount of weight because that's not the type of body that I have. But I can go out and run 5, 7, 8 miles, at kind of a moderate pace for me, and come back, and I'm not done for the day. I can go about my day. Just make sure I eat enough. And I'm grateful that I can do the weights, and as I'm looking in just a couple months, I'm about to turn 50. I do the weights. I feel great. I go biking, go running. I feel great. I don't feel like my body's falling apart. And there's another portion to it too, which I had mentioned previously, that I have Tourette's syndrome. And there's an emotional component that goes with that can cause sort of an emotional tension. Some people with Tourette's syndrome have a short temper, which I had a little bit when it was really starting to flare up as a teenager. And I've been able to really control that. And one of the ways that I help to keep myself calm is by doing exercise. And if I thought it was beneficial for me to lift weights 6 days a week, okay, well, maybe I would do that. As it is, I don't think it is. Um, I do my weights right now 2 days a week, and then usually after my weights, as well as on my other days, I do something of a very moderate intensity, like a little jog, or I ride my bike to work, and that helps. That helps to calm my mind, and so um, yeah, I was just thinking about how much I appreciate the fact that I can do the things that I can do right now, knowing that people my age are struggling with chronic health conditions. I see it all the time in the hospital. I see people with diabetes, high blood pressure, people my age having strokes, uh, and and I'm not in that capacity. So I think that's all I have for right now. Just I'm not gonna value myself based on how much I can lift. So right here, I'm not even lifting my whole body, using my legs to help me grind out a couple more reps, and just focusing on getting those slow contractions. All right, have a good day.